Where to sell your car online. Whether you're looking at eBay Motors, Facebook Marketplace, Car Gurus, Auto Trader, Craigslist, you name it, there's a lot of options out there in the marketplace. Which one do you choose? Well, hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm with Paladin Global Market. I've been an online reseller for over 17 years. I do this full time. I sell things not only for myself and my business, but for my consignment clients as well. I've had the honor of selling things such as Harley Davidsons, cars, trucks, vans, RVs, you name it, I've sold it online. And through the process, I've learned a lot about which platform I prefer and what works best for selling my vehicles successfully online. And in this video, I'm going to go over the different platforms that I would recommend based on my experience. Hopefully, it can help you in your process as well. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every time I upload new videos. I have a series of videos coming out that will go over just that, selling your vehicle online, and many different questions that I've received regarding the topic. Make sure you hit the like button if you're enjoying this so far. Let's begin. Hey guys, so we're in my computer now and we're going to go over those different platforms that I had mentioned about selling your vehicle online. So, one of the first ones is eBay Motors. I've been selling on eBay for almost 18 years. I love it. How I was able to quit my dental career so I could stay home with my newborn, who is actually graduating next month. So, eBay's been really good to me and I enjoy selling on this platform. But when I'm selling vehicles for my clients and out of my own personal collection, I like to think of the different platforms to sell online as kind of like you're fishing. You're putting your hooks in different waters, and eBay Motors is one of the main waters I like to use, but there's other platforms I like to use as well, which we'll go over in this video. So to start off with eBay Motors, we have here eBay's Vehicle Seller Center. Why sell on eBay? So as we see here, eBay states that 7.4 million unique visitors a month are looking for cars. And a car truck sells every 3 minutes on eBay. That's quite a bit. The reason is, and I've looked into this for different platforms and some other of my videos, is that although Amazon is definitely the giant for selling things online just in general, not vehicles, but just selling things online, eBay is second to Amazon above all the other platforms out there like Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, when you're looking at just selling items online. So eBay has a ton of traffic. It has been around for almost 2 decades, and it is definitely a powerhouse when it comes to optimizing what we like to call the search engine, and it plays really nicely with Google. So whenever we put our listings on eBay, we are tapping into Google's search as well, because eBay pays ads for our listings to potentially be seen on Google, which is super cool. So with eBay Motors, it's a little different than just selling your items on eBay. When you sell your items on eBay, you are typically, they have where you can do your listing fees at no charge for a certain amount of items. And then once it sells, it has a final value fee. But when you're selling your car on eBay or you're listing it to sell on eBay, you have an upfront fee and that's it. There's no final value fee at the end once the vehicle sells. So that makes it really nice. You just have one upfront fee, and we'll go over those three listing options with eBay Motors in just a moment. So it says here that when with eBay that the shoppers are more ready to buy when they come there. They're more vetted, so to say. So if we go to eBay's website, if you do not have an account already, if you're looking to sell your vehicle through eBay Motors as one of your options, you'll want to start an eBay account. And then we'll go in here where it says start here. I'll link that little screen in our description below. But basically, you just go into selling a vehicle. So we're going to hit sell. And that's one thing that can get a little tricky. Sometimes people, when you're trying to create a listing on eBay, eBay has their listings and then eBay Motors has theirs. But you can do your listings through eBay and it will connect to your eBay Motors. Don't worry. I have another video where I go into eBay Motors selling in great depth. I'll link that in the description as well for you. So what we'll do, let's just say in the last week, I've had the honor of selling 3 vehicles. So let's just go in here and we'll put on the last vehicle I sold. So I'm just going to put in here Ford Explorer 2018 if you're wanting to start your listing, and then we would hit the search button. Now you'll see here it's going to pull up suggested. Now you want to be very careful because when you're going in here, you want to make sure that it's sticking to selling the vehicle and not the parts of the vehicle. That's the only thing you have to watch. So right here it says eBay Motors because it's trying to select a category, so it can, the search engine of eBay can know where to categorize your listing so it can promote it to potential buyers. So we want to make sure we pick this really well. So eBay Motors, cars and trucks, Ford, and then the smaller subcategory is an Explorer. So I'm going to hit that. Once I do that, it's going to offer me certain options. I always like to say continue without a match. I like to build my listings myself, just in case the person that has built it before, because it's not that eBay has created these eBay templates to pull from, but you're pulling off other people that have sold their items. And I don't know if they selected all like the little ins and outs that I go over more in my other video. So I like to build my own listing. So let's just say from here, I hit use and go from there. I'm not going to go into great depth on this video of each of these categories, each of the steps for these different platforms I'm going to go over. I want to keep this video kind of short, but I am going to expose you to it and how much the listings will cost and a little bit of details for each of these platforms. So for here, to round up for our eBay Motors, one thing is they offer 3 different pricing structures. They offer the basic for $19, plus for $49, and premium for $79. I only use the premium. And the reason why is because if you do the other two, you only have the option for auction listings. And I can just trust me in this, you don't want to do auction. There is very, very, very few times in my business as a full-time reseller, whether it's items or vehicles, where I use auction. Auction is for extremely rare items that the potential for the bidding is way above what the comps are showing. All that being said is just trust me on this one. We want to do the fixed price or the buy it now option. So $79 premium is what I would recommend if you're wanting to sell your car online through eBay Motors. Okay, so now let's go to our next one, Facebook Marketplace. We go on the search here and we pull up Facebook Marketplace. Now, when we go on here, if you do not have an account with Facebook, you will need to do that first to be able to sell in the marketplace. And then once you hit, you'll see the Facebook Marketplace has a little button on icons if you're on your cell phone, but I recommend the icons look like a little shop or a house, but I recommend that you do your listings through your computer. So this is what it will look like through the computer. And then you're going to hit create new listing. From here, you see the different options they have available. We're going to want to hit vehicles for sale. Okay, so now that we have this up, then we'll go in and start building out our listing. Now, with Facebook Marketplace, the listings, when you put them on, are free. You do have the option where you can boost or promote your listings. It's basically like you're paying an ad fee. You are paying an ad fee to Facebook to promote your listing more across its different, through the different social, either the groups, pages, or in the search results. The only thing you do need to watch, and I'll probably do a video in the future regarding Facebook Marketplace in more depth, make sure you leave a comment below if you'd be interested in that. But with Facebook Marketplace, if you pay for the listing to be boosted or promote it further, you need to be very careful because they have strict ad restrictions on the things that you can do. One thing I can say is if you do choose this feature, make sure that your listings don't have a lot of fluff, so to say. Don't be like, you will feel great driving in this car down the road, that type of thing. Facebook does not like that when you're doing your listings, so you can get your account locked up for that. You just want to stick to the facts on the vehicle. But again, leave it in the comment below if you would like me to make a video more depth on Facebook Marketplace. I have sold several vehicles through there and I've used it quite a bit. So I can definitely help you if you're looking at learning more about that. Okay, so that's Facebook Marketplace. The next one is Car Gurus. So, Car Gurus, you'll just go, hey guys, I wanted to pop in real quick. One of the biggest questions I get asked when people are considering to sell their vehicle online is, Michelle, what documents do I need to finish the purchase? I think that's what scares a lot of people away from selling their vehicle. And it doesn't have to be that scary of a process. If you would like, I have a free guide that goes over a checklist of exactly the documents that you're going to need when you go to sell your vehicle. If you'd like me to email that to you, check out the link in the description below. Okay, let's get back to the video. Okay, so with Car Gurus is a site that they actually are going to try to purchase your car from you first. So when you're going on to try to create your ad, they can gather your information ahead of time so they can make an offer on your vehicle. And then you can keep saying, no, no, I want to sell my own vehicle, or you can entertain their offer. But one thing I do need to forewarn you on, Car Gurus is kind of like an online dealership, so to say. And with dealerships, they are resellers. So when they offer to buy your vehicle, they're offering it under market value. And usually, I have found with my experience, it's usually several $1,000s under market value. So with Car Gurus, they do have a fee of $4.95, which is really inexpensive actually. And again, it's like putting another hook in the water. So we're trying to catch the fish swimming by on the online marketplace. So with Car Gurus, when you go in here to create your ad, you will hit sell. If you hit this part, sell my car, you're going to see now it's going to request a license plate or a VIN number, because essentially they're going to first try to make you an offer on your vehicle. I have found though that they're not going to, I don't feel like they spam me quite a bit afterwards. Once I make a listing, they might make an offer and then they leave me be. So that hasn't been an issue for me personally. So I'm just going to enter in VIN. The VIN number is something that is on usually in your vehicle up on your driver's side, up against it's kind of like the social security number for your car. So it's going to be up when you're looking at the driver's side of the vehicle. It's going to be when you look through the windshield, you'll see it right down there. And it's a pretty long number. You'll also find it on your registration or your title for your vehicle. And it's usually a lot of letters and numbers. You're going to need that when we're creating the listings. But this video is just to go over the different platforms of where to sell your car. So we'll just go in here. I have a previous VIN from a vehicle I just sold on Friday for one of my clients. So we go through here, and as you see, it's going to ask you to fill in the details, and then it's going to ask you to put in your email address and then click get an offer. If you want to get past this, you can go up here and then hit sell my car FAQ, frequently asked questions. Right under this car picture, list my car now. And then when I start entering this information, it's to go ahead and create the listing. It doesn't ask me for that detail to make me an offer. So that is one of the platforms you can use for where to sell your car is Car Gurus. Another one that I like to use is Auto Trader. Okay, so with Auto Trader, I like Auto Trader. I think second to eBay Motors, it has a lot of reach online, and you can capture a lot of traffic to your listing, so to say. With Auto Trader, as you see here, it's $49 a listing with free ad renewals. So it's nice. I've on my vehicles that I've sold, I just go in. If it hasn't sold within that period of time, which I believe is 30 days, you can just go in and continue to hit free ad renewal. And I believe it'll keep renewing it every 3 weeks type of thing when you click the button. It makes it super easy. And I've had a great experience with Auto Trader. You can sell your car to Auto Trader just like Car Gurus, but it's the same thing. They are a reseller, so they're wanting to buy your vehicle lower under market value so that they can also make a profit and go and just sell your vehicle. So we want to get it so that you're selling your vehicle, if you're comfortable with that, directly to the buyer. And this way you can cut out the middleman and keep the money for yourself. You work hard for your money. You deserve to keep it. Okay, so the next thing is Craigslist. So we go in here on Craigslist, and Craigslist, you want to make sure that you're doing it specific to your location. So for me, I live in Orlando, Florida. I want to make sure it's Craigslist Orlando. I've made that mistake before when I've done listings. If I was looking at another location, let's say Jacksonville, and then when I go back in, it remembered Jacksonville and I created the listing for the wrong area. So you don't want to do that. Good thing is they're not very much. So it was just one lesson learned, but you can learn from my lesson as well. So we go in here and we create a posting. So when you go on here, you scroll down, you'll see there's auto parts by owner, auto wheels. This is not what we want. We continue to scroll down till we see cars and trucks by owner. And then you can see here before I click this, there's a frequently asked questions. We'll click on this little button here. And it just goes over the most asked questions during Craigslist for listing. So you see it's $5 a listing. It's 30 days. There are not any free renewals. If you want to refresh it after 30 days, if your vehicle hasn't sold, then you would need to pay $5 again. Now, the way Craigslist works, Facebook Marketplace is the same, is that the newer your listing is, the higher it is seen on the search results. So just think about Google. When you go on Google, you've probably heard of people wanting to be placed on the first page of Google. So when you go to search, let's just pull this up. So if we hit Google and we go to search, I don't know, we'll do Auto Trader. Let's do that. Okay, so when we go on here and we scroll all the way to the bottom, so of Auto Trader, there's many different pages on Google where you can search. Now, most of the time, I know for me and probably for you, when you're searching for something on Google, you most likely will only go to first, maybe second page. But if you're buried, if this listing is buried on the seventh page, pretty much not anybody's really going to see it, right? It's the same thing when you're doing your listings on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, especially from my experience, is that the newer the listing, it's kind of like it's being seen on the first page. But as the days and weeks go by, it gets pushed down further and the newer listings get priority. So by refreshing the listings like we talked about, on Auto Trader, you can refresh the listing. What it does is it bumps it back to the top. Facebook Marketplace gives you an option to renew your listing. The cool thing about Facebook Marketplace, again, it's no charge, but it also gets pushed down further so you can continue. And it's usually, you just got to wait till Facebook prompts you and says, renew your listing, and just click it. I have learned, on a side note, back to Facebook Marketplace, don't edit the listing at all. If you see that renew listing, just click renew listing, get it back up to the top, and then go back in and edit it. Because if I have gone in and saw that the button pops up where I can actually click it, and it takes time, like I said, a couple weeks sometimes for it to pop up. If I go in and edit the price or change anything with it, then it makes the listing, that little button, go away and gray out again. I don't know why it does that. So if you see renew listing on Facebook Marketplace, hit that first. It's no charge, and then go in and edit your listing. There's a lot more that I can share about Facebook Marketplace regarding ads and promoting it. Let me know, like I said, if you're interested in that. But so we go on here with Craigslist and we go and put up our ad. You create an account, and then you just fill out the listing. Did you know that the NADA recently reported that used car dealerships make about 11.7% profit off the sale of their used cars? To put that into perspective, if you have a vehicle that's worth $20,000, that means that they're making about $2,340 profit off the sale of that vehicle. That means they have to purchase that vehicle for that much under market value to be able to make that profit. So when we trade our vehicles in, which I've done before I started selling vehicles online, or if we sell our vehicles to dealerships, we're selling it for so much lower than they're worth. A lot of people, I think, shy away from selling their cars online because they just don't know about the paperwork, the title transfers, how to safely collect the money, how to respond to the public and know whether they're a legit buyer or a scammer, and so much more. How to price your vehicle so you're not leaving money on the table, and so you're not overpricing it so you don't get any traction on your ads. This and so much more I review in my new course that's available for pre-order pricing. It's called How to Sell Your Vehicle the Paladin Way. I'll have a link in the description below. And once this course is fully live, the pre-order pricing will go away. But if you're interested in this offer, please make sure you click in the link in the description below. If you're watching this video at a time where this course has been fully launched, I will put a special coupon code in the description below for you as well, as a thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.